Alright, in this video we're going to go over the reassembly of the Ruger Model 9622M rifle. In a previous video we took the rifle and broke it down into the parts you see here. Now we're going to go and throw them back together. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a hold of the lever action trigger assembly, and when you've been cleaning the action you may have opened the lever to clean around the hammer for gunpowder. You'll try to close the lever and you'll notice it'll only close about halfway. For some reason it gets stuck. The reason for that is at the front top part of this little rounded bar there's a little pin, and that pin has a circular cutout which is used for the bolt, so that when the lever is actuated the bolt slides back and forth. When you open the lever, that pin has a tendency to drop below this rounded part here and you won't be able to close it. The lever will get stuck. So if that happens, just back the lever off a little bit, take your finger here, and at the front part there's a little notch you can use to rotate that pin around, and just make sure that that tab stays above the rounded part when you close the lever. Now, to put the bolt on, we're actually going to open the action about halfway, keep this tab sticking straight up, and we're going to take the bolt here and line up the circular cutout with that tab there on the back. Once you've got that done, you're going to want to take the smallest of your 3 cross pins. There are 3 cross pins. The larger 2 will be used for the receiver here. The smallest of the 3 is actually used to attach the bolt here to the pin. The bolt to the bar here, so that when you actuate the lever, the bolt slides back and forth. Now, to put all this back into the rifle, we're going to take the barreled receiver, place it upside down here on the table. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the bolt and we're going to drop it straight in the back and slide the whole thing forward, and make sure that the receiving pins here line up with the cutouts in the receiver. So once again, go ahead and just drop it in the back, slide everything forward, and line it up. Now we're going to turn it sideways, and we're going to see that our pins are lined up. We're going to take our cross pins here and just put them back in. Once we've got those pins in, we can cycle the action and see that the rifle functions like it should. Now, we're going to take the stock and we're going to take the entire barreled action and we're going to drop it right down through, rotating it through the back. Now remember, something I mentioned last time we were taking it apart, this little safety tab here, that cross pin, sticks out farther than the cutout of the stock. So to make sure you don't damage it, you're going to want to set it halfway before you put it in. That way when you put the entire action into the stock, nothing will catch and you'll be able to drop the whole thing right in. We're going to go ahead and put her down. We're going to go ahead and tighten our screws here. Tighten the main action screw on the bottom of the rifle in front of the trigger guard. And then we're going to place the barrel band over the front of the rifle. Bring it back around so that it encompasses both the barrel and the front part of the stock. We're going to take our little screw here, drop it back in to the recess there, tighten both the screws down, and then we're going to go ahead, put the magazine back, and that is the reassembly of the Ruger Model 9622M rifle.